Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I recently turned 22 and graduated from college. Thank you. And this video is a part 1 recap with the full detail of how I transformed and installed my hair for my photo shoot. I told myself I needed to get practice and get better with my hair. So this time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself. And look how it came out. Gorgeous. I did that. Okay, now let's get into this hair. This hair is from Yolissa, and honestly, it's the best hair I've ever gotten. It is a 13x4 HD lace body wave wig with 200% density, and is 22 inches long. It came with goodies and an extra, I believe, 16-inch headband wig. And to be frank, I absolutely love it. The quality of the wig, and then there's more space in the frontal. Definitely get this wig. So the first step for me is to bleach the knots in that part. All the products I use will be in the description box below. And I made sure to get my gloves. You know, you need gloves when you're doing this. And the first thing I did was to spray the lace because I do not want to get the bleach on the hair. So this kind of prevents it from getting on the hair. And you gotta make sure to comb the hair back so there aren't strands that are like in between the lace that will get caught right in the bleach. So the first thing I did was to grab my BW2 powder, and I added 2 scoops of the powder into the small bowl. And the goal is to make sure that the lace is as invisible as possible. And you want to get a toothpastey type texture when you mix the developer and the powder together. So then I added the 40 volume developer and I mixed. And I added a little bit more of the developer to get that toothpastey texture. And voila! I combed the hair back to make sure any loose hair was swept back. And in this part, I was trying to figure out how to bleach the hair in front of you guys so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. But I assume everybody knows how to apply bleach all over the lace. But try not to press too hard because you do not want the bleach to bleed through and bleach the actual hair. So then after applying it everywhere, I let it sit there for like 30 minutes. And it doesn't really matter how long, as long as you're not putting it there for way too long. So I just set it for as long as I wanted to make sure that that lace was as visible as it could get. After that, I washed the wig with the Fanola No Orange shampoo, and I absolutely love the results. It looks so good. After I washed the hair, I set it up so I can dye the hair. And what I did was I part the hair in sections so I could go section by section and make sure that I'm not messing up the hair. Because I also want to be careful with the frontal. I do not want the dye to penetrate the lace. So you have to be very careful with each section. By the way, this is the first time I'm using crystal clear and jet black mixed together to dye a wig. And I saw the crystal clear suggestion on TikTok, where someone said it brings out the shininess of the hair and it makes your hair feel silky. And honestly, they did not lie because I love the results after I applied it. And I have a different wig where I only applied the jet black and it did not look as amazing as it did with this one. So if you notice here, I made sure that the front was separated from the back, so that way when I go to the front, I can take small sections and dye the hair. And you want to be careful with how much dye you have on the brush when you're applying it to the frontal, because you do not want a huge glob of dye to fall on top of the lace. And I'm glad that I took my time with this. And this part I learned from Itzel Exclusive. She was amazing in being detailed about how to dye it in the front. So all you really need are small strokes, and you go over the hair. And then I went a little bit under the hair and on the side of the hair, and that was it. So I did that for the rest of the hair, and I'm showing you guys another part just in case you need a better view of how to do it. So after doing that, I washed the wig, and this is how it looks. It looks way better than I've ever seen on any other wig that I've done, so I was super happy. And in this part, because I wanted the lace to still kind of match my skin tone, I applied the Ruby Kisses cream foundation, and you can get this at any beauty supply store. It's very inexpensive, and I just dabbed that all over the top of the lace. And over that, I sprayed it with the Got2b spray because I wanted the cream foundation to hold, and I did not want to get that all over my skin. So after spraying it, I made sure to blow dry it because that gives the foundation its firmness. A wax stick and a flat iron is top notch, and it's a must when styling your wig. But before I apply it, I part my wig in the middle part because that's what I want it to look like on top of my head. Then I go in with my wax stick, which is the She Is Bomb wax stick, and it's the best wax stick I've used, and I apply that to the top of the wig in a way that I want it, so that when I apply the flat iron, it will make sure that that wig is flat, and it helps to control the flyaways. The part that I love most is flat ironing the hair, but I'm doing this for a little bit because I want to make sure that it is flat when I'm plucking the hairline. And honestly, I'm not superb at plucking, but practice makes perfect, and really that's all that matters. This is after flat ironing it, and you guys don't know how happy I was because can you see the work that I'm doing? Can you see it? But I saw a plucking method, and literally it's like you're skipping columns when you are plucking. So you'll see it in my hand motions. I leave a gap between the first part I plucked and the second part I plucked. I hope that was clear because, you know, but it creates more of a hairline. I didn't pluck too much because it's better not to over pluck. And since I'm not the best at it, I just wanted to do a small thing. But over time, as I get better, you guys will see exactly what I mean. Also, I left a parting in the front because I do not want it to be too bulky. And I left a little bit of hair in the middle because I wanted to have a widow's peak effect. You do not have to do this part, but I genuinely just like my parting to be clean. So I went in and I plucked little by little because I did not want a huge gap in the middle of my wig. This is my wig. Don't judge the wig head, please. If you didn't know, now you know. One thing that I really do not like as much is curling, or that I did not like because I completely sucked at it. Like literally before this, I sucked at it. So I barely curled my wigs. But this time around, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have faith in myself. And this was with a flat iron. A flat iron. It's not easy. So I was really doing my thing. I don't know what happened, but some magic, something just happened and it came out amazing. And I took sections, and after I curled it, I did a pin curl and sprayed the hair for the curl to last. The way my hand was spinning me when I was doing this, like that part, it burned my hand, but I was just sucking it up for the camera. Eventually, this is how the hair looked after I've already put on my wig cap. And guys, at this point, I really did not know how the hair was gonna come out later on, but I was just amazed. Like, look at how it looks. I applied the lace glue on top of my head off camera, and I placed the lace directly on top of the glue and laid it down flat with a band. And then I cut the lace in there 3 places. Sorry for my grammar, but in 3 places because to me it's better that way. And then I use an eyebrow razor in a zigzag motion to cut the lace. This makes sure that it's not too visible directly in the front. I finished the rest of the hair off camera, but the only thing I did was to blow dry the front of the lace and made sure that it was flat. Then I used a bit of the foundation cream in the front to blend. And then I used my flat iron to style the front of my hair. I will definitely make sure to put this on camera next time, but just bear with me for now. And this is the final product of the hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in to part 2.